What's good, YouTube? Hope y'all doing great. I'm doing kingly. Hope y'all doing kingly and queenly. Before we start this video, I want to say thank you for clicking on this video. I show my extreme gratitude to you. I hope your life is doing phenomenal, and I hope you are really taking your life seriously. In this video, I want to talk about the one thing people are not willing to do to become successful and great. And that one thing starts with an S. Can you guess what I'm about to say? That word is sacrifice. In order to achieve success, you must get rid of something to get something. You can't believe that you can do the same things you're doing right now and get successful. You have to give things up. You have to give your friends up. You have to give the actions that you're doing. So sacrifice is very crucial, because without sacrifice, you're not giving something up to attain something, right? You have to give up the time you're giving to your friends. You have to give up the time you're giving to people, and you have to give up the time you're giving to video games and all this stuff, right? And a lot of people are not comfortable with giving something up because they're so used to and so ingrained with their regular day of life that they don't want to give anything up. But life doesn't work like that, right? Life does not work like that. There was a quote from a YouTuber I watched, and he said, short-term pain for long-term gain. So what that essentially means is that you have to put in the work now, work yourself hard now, put in that short-term pain to essentially get that long-term gain, right? You have to go to the gym the younger you are, so when you're older, you don't have to worry about going to the gym when you're 50, 60, right? When your body is halfway giving up on you, you have to put in that work in now. That doesn't just have to be with the gym supposedly, but that can be with anything, right? Taking your life seriously from now, sacrificing all the fun things, because people really don't understand this, but your youth is the most precious thing you can ever have, because when you're young, your creativity is high, your energy, you can do more things. And I'm telling you, when I talk to all these older people, they're constantly telling me, don't waste your time, take advantage of being young, because it goes by like that, right? And I really appreciate people who tell me that. And if you're watching this, if you told me that, I appreciate you, because I'm always open to new wisdom, because once you get all this knowledge from different types of people, you can ultimately level up, because you're combining all this information from other people, and you get to choose what you want to hear and what you want to hear and don't want to hear, right? But that goes back to my main point, that you have to sacrifice things, right? Sacrifice is it sounds like such a bad thing, but it really isn't, right? Sacrifice, right? Like, people think like, oh, you have to value someone else's life or value your life more than someone else's. But that's very true though. You have to value your life ultimately the highest, because your life is the only life that matters. If you want to be really get really deep with that, right? But people are scared to let go of things, because it's what makes them comfortable in their life, right? And being comfortable in life is the deadliest thing, because once you get comfortable, you get so wrapped up in your daily routines that you can't possibly step out of your day-to-day, your same day-to-day things and just be great, right? So I argue that how you doing? I argue that that like, when you get comfortable, you have to force yourself to do the uncomfortable, right? When you're not used to doing things, that's the best thing, because your mind is always trying to process it and trying to like um absorb what you're doing, right? If you're constantly doing the same things, talking to the same people, negative or positive, right? Saying the same things, then you're gonna be like stuck in that mindset, right? And a hard, very a very what's the word I'm looking for? A very rock-like mindset is very hard because you can't adapt, you can't grow, you can't learn new things. And a lot of people in this world are so ignorant because they think they know everything, right? A lot of people, like a lot of adults, think they know everything. So that's why most of them are just so hard to teach, because they think they know everything. They think they lived all their life. They think they know every single thing, right? And that's the number one lie you can tell yourself, because as much as you think you know everything, you don't, right? There's things you know, there's things that you don't know, and there's ultimately things that you don't know that you don't know, right? And that last section I just said is much more vast and much more complex than you could ever imagine. So you always have to be thinking new ways of doing things, right? And not being afraid to ultimately sacrifice the things that in your life, because sadly that's the only way you can become successful, right? Like, I'm sacrificing a lot of my time going to the gym. I'm sacrificing a lot of my time learning about money. I'm sacrificing a lot of time, meditating. I'm sacrificing a lot of my time eating salads like every single day. But I love it. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Like, I love doing these things. I desire to do these things. I admire doing these things. So when I'm 30, when I'm 40, even when I'm 20, I'm gonna be set, because I've been doing it for such a long time, and I'm not scared to doing new things and meeting new people and going different places and being open to learning new things, and having other people influence my thoughts. But at the same time, you have to be careful, because a lot of people will try to spit something false and negative into your way of thinking. So you always have to be cognitive of what you're allowing to enter your mindset, and ultimately, just because that can change your entire life. So don't be afraid to sacrifice. You can't become successful without giving something up. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's a saying I heard. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm outside just chilling by myself in nature. You feel me? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share this video with people who can benefit from this. And I'm here to educate, not make money. So thank you for watching.